Hey everybody, it is Jason, and today, well not today, but this month I am 7 months on tea. Oh my goodness me, it's starting to get like a little bit kind of, edging towards a year. Obviously over halfway now, and it's, I'm rounding up and things, but also this is sort of the start of me having tea shots more frequently. So my main interest, if you were watching my previous 6 months on tea, was more to do with like, was it going to have any more of an effect or anything like that? The answer is, I think, yes, a bit. Not in terms of that much physical stuff, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so there have been some little physical changes. Not as sort of big maybe as before for the moment, but I definitely kind of go in sort of waves of, oh, that's a big change, oh, that's a little change, that kind of thing. So I think first it'd be good to talk about fat redistribution. So I think with fat redistribution, I've not had as much, it's not been as dramatic, but having said that, whether I'm losing weight again from like Christmas and eating lots of food, but I have noticed that my trousers are fitting me a bit better, and my thighs are definitely a bit thinner still. In terms of things like my hips, no, unfortunately, and sort of round with my bum, it's a bit smaller, but it hasn't really done anything sort of maybe over the past couple of months as far as I know, although it's not like I've been measuring it or anything like that. I've been getting a bit more muscle as well, and what I'll do, I'll pop up the comparison pages now actually. So I definitely have got more muscle kind of in my pec area, my shoulders. I'm trying to get more in my arms, but it's quite difficult. Partly my fault because I'm, again, a bit on and off at the gym, but I'm trying to get a sort of nice sort of curve. So in my biceps, it's not quite there yet. I'm not quite happy with it. Although with my shoulder, so the muscle in the shoulder, that's definitely tougher than it was, and I think possibly has ever been. So while I can't lift that heavy with it, it's still great. And overall, I am lifting heavier overall than I was before. Like, I've gone up a couple of tiers and things like that. So there is definitely improvement in that, but it is just sort of slow, I guess, slow but sure. When it comes to hair as well, that's been fairly subtle as well this month, just in terms of like any kind of growth. But there has been something which is quite dramatic, or it might be that I'm actually just properly noticing it, but I'm definitely noticing that my hairline has gone back. Mainly like if I'm, say, I don't know, putting on moisturiser or something, I definitely have to just go that extra few millimeters. Or if I'm like scratching my head, it feels different as to where my hair is compared to how it was. So there is definitely that. And I think, I don't know if like the corners have gone back further. Maybe, but yeah, overall I'm definitely feeling a difference there than how it used to be. On to my voice. I don't know if there's been a change from month 6 to month 7, certainly in terms of pitch, but I think in timbre it is a little bit stronger. I'm definitely hearing a difference between now and a few months ago to that effect. I was editing a video earlier, and there was like a little bit of an old voiceover from, I think it was about 4 months on tea, and there's definitely like a deeper sort of resonance down there, which was definitely not there before. And in terms of sort of muscle memory, while it's not completely there, it's a lot better than it used to be, so I actually know what notes I'm going to be hitting before I do them, mostly, so that's good. But it's annoying in terms of singing. I'm still kind of in between a tenor and a bass, so it's like, I mean, it's not even like baritone, but you know what I mean, so it's like most of my range is a bass, but at the same time the timbre is much more of a tenor, so me. I mean, I was thinking a bit earlier of like trying to do sort of maybe a bit of voice coaching to make my voice sound a bit deeper like I'm doing this, but to be honest, I think it's coming in of its own accord, and Certainly on the phone, like, there's absolutely no issues whatsoever with passing, and I like my voice right now. I do like it, so I don't really see why I need to, rush into changing it, because it'll just happen. It'll happen gradually. But yes, let me put up the thing now for my voice, because I was a numpty. I made the video for my 6 months of my name is blah blah blah, but I didn't actually put it into the video, so here it is.
My name is Jason and I have just started testosterone. My name is Jason and I am 1 month on testosterone. My name is Jason and I am 2 months on testosterone. My name is Jason and I am 3 months on testosterone. My name is Jason and I am 4 months on testosterone. My name is Jason and I am 5 months on testosterone. My name is Jason and I am 6 months on testosterone. My name is Jason and I am 7 months on testosterone.
And here is the diagram. It's a little bit after, so sorry about that, but there's, as you can see, it's still kind of going up and down a bit, and it may be not as dramatically as it was a couple of months ago. It is settling a bit now, but at the same time, it's still doing stuff and it's still dropping. And almost as soon as I had my most recent shot, I definitely got more of a, like, that sort of oily feeling, which I haven't had since, like, the very start, so that was a little weird. It's like, oh, okay. I definitely had a bit of a tickle, like a tickly cough, which makes me think, oh, is my Adam's apple growing again? I don't know if you can really see it. It's sort of hard to notice unless I really put my head far back. It's not a nice sort of prominent thing, unfortunately. But having said that, if you put your finger here, it's definitely thicker than it was, and it's wider than it was, and there's this lovely sort of vibration going on a bit below it and stuff. My range has gone down a little bit more. Things like bottom Gs are now fairly comfortable, so G2s, and I think some of my upper range is now, it's not great, but I can control it a lot better than I did for a while. So I wanna, if I can, strengthen that bit a bit more. I've not been doing that much singing practice, unfortunately. So yeah, but yeah, it's doing its thing, and certainly in terms of me talking, I'm much happier with it now. It doesn't have that sort of cold, I don't think, anymore. The only thing I don't like is, it might just be me and the way like the way I've been brought up, but also how I want to behave. One thing that people say is that, men talk loudly and all this stuff, but I'm very articulate and I project, but I don't talk loudly, I wouldn't think. Especially if I'm speaking to a woman, I don't want to come across as too loud, because that might make them uncomfortable. And it's not something active, it's instinctive, just because, obviously, being brought up as a woman or a female or whatever, it's like, I know what that feels like, to be talked at by a man who might not be, in any way malicious, but if they talk too loudly or too aggressively, it's kind of, oh, what does that mean? What's he thinking of me and all that stuff. So sometimes, like, when I talk, I realise I'm talking too quietly, which I think kind of stops me from passing. I'm still passing, like, the majority of the time. Annoyingly, like, literally last night, in the space of 5 minutes, I was misgendered twice. But, oh well. I'm over it now. I wasn't then, but I'm over it now. It's kind of weird, but obviously, there are still parts of me that I want to change and whatever. But at the same time, I'm still me. I know who I am, and it's like I don't want to have to fit into a box just because of to suit other people and what other people perceive to be male, you know, and maleness, if that makes sense. One of the things that I'm the most happy with this sort of change onto 3 weeks, I think this is caused by this, but people quite often talk about, oh yeah, I've got way more energy, and I never really got that. I was very much under the whole thing of, you know, when you wake up, it's really difficult to like get up and go to work because you feel so sluggish, you feel like a teenager, you know, needing to stay in bed until like 11 or something. For the first time, even if, say, I've not slept as well, it's easier for me to get myself going and get moving. I'm assuming it is that, and that maybe it's because my hormones are less sort of going up and down. Also, again, it's not quite as how I thought, but a lot of people say, oh yeah, so when you start getting towards your shot day, you feel like, and you go sort of down, which kind of the case, but definitely when I was on every 4 weeks, there would be these sort of troughs, definitely, because like throughout there'd be sort of periods where I feel a bit kind of sluggish, and then I'd pick up a bit and then be sluggish again. Whereas now, again, it's sort of more, it's definitely more consistent, and it's nice. I feel kind of more in control about what is causing me to get tired, which sounds so silly, but obviously hormones, you know, are a big part of you. So when I am tired, I know why. Like, say, if I've worked really hard at work, or I'm doing like a project, or I'm a bit sort of stressed or something, then it's like, okay, that's why I'm tired, as opposed to, oh, it's my hormones or something that I can't really control. So it's nice in that way to know kind of why I'm getting tired, so I can, you know, sort of manage my life a bit better and things like that. I think that's kind of it, really. As I said, it's not been very eventful this month. With my next month, I'll probably film that either just before surgery or after surgery. Basically, the day of my 8 months falls on the same day as my pre-op, so I'll be doing that the whole day, so I won't really have time to film. So depending on how busy I am, like, leading up to surgery, because basically February's like busy anyway. There's like 2 birthdays that I've got to sort of be part of. So my mum's and my fiance's, and especially for my mum, because she's got a big birthday this year, so it's a lot of stuff to do. But yeah, depending on between 21st and surgery, which is the 5th of March, like how busy I am, I may just decide to film my 8 months after surgery. Obviously a lot of time will be taken up sort of prepping for surgery and things and so on. You know, at the moment surgery is the priority, so I will do an 8-month video, but it's not going to be bang on necessarily. But obviously once surgery's happened and I'm on the way to healing and whatever, I'm going to sort of bring the say 9, 10, 11 months sort of back to you know, the 21st, like sort of on the dot, if you will. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this video and this little update of my life. Please feel free to like and subscribe and let me know how you guys are getting on, of course. With the binder giveaway, by the way, there's still a bit of time if you want to enter that. Just head on over to the video here and feel free, of course, to ring the bell to get the lovely inboxy notifications, because I'm going to be doing quite a few videos on the way up to surgery and all that schnaz. So, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.